It feels appropriate to be wearing Julian merch whenever I record this.
Hi everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here, and welcome back to part 7 of my Horse Ranch Let's Play. Obviously, there was a lot of drama in the last part. If you haven't watched it, please go do so. Things started to happen that I know a lot of you have been wishing to happen. Honestly, I truly wasn't expecting it. I know you're all like, Molly was definitely planning this from the beginning, and yeah, I might have had a slight inclination that I ship these two together, but I truly wasn't expecting like Ash to fully develop a crush, or really for it to become that flirty. And it feels as if these two not only have a lot to consider, but also a lot to talk about, which I definitely think Blair is thinking of doing this part. He really wants to like kind of try to smooth things out with Ash. He realizes that he's been like very ignorant when it comes to Ash, and also just very in his own head and not really thinking about anyone else. He was having his main character moment, okay? He was thinking he was the only one in this story that mattered, which is absolutely not the truth when we are playing a rotational gameplay here in this Let's Play. Also, not me treating this relationship between him and Thunder as if they were on a date in like The Sims 1. Sims 1 hot date. Honestly, I would love a hot date pack. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there. I loved hot date. You know what? I don't even want like a romance pack. I just want to be able to propose on tables whilst I have its name in my mouth. Rangi, I am not going to talk to you right now. I am talking to my horse. I am trying to currently get up her temperament skill because I have some unfortunate news. If you are an eagle-eyed viewer out there, caw to you. Don't ask. You will notice that we have a second third place trophy. Well, I mean, it's the second one that we've got. It is a third place trophy. An acquaintance was telling me how much they dislike you. Try being a little nicer. Becoming disliked is a slippery slope. That is not the text message I wanted from my mother in this part. Let me just tell you that first and foremost. Had him enter another show jumping competition. I was like, right, time to bury the hatchet, time to be a better person, like Joyce wants us to be all of a sudden. Why do you care, mother? No, I love Joyce. I am a Joyce apologizer. I absolutely adore her. I just think he has like some issues with her because of the man that she married. So he's still not really over it, but I think it's more to do with him and his mood, more so than it actually has to do with one, his riding capability. Like, she is a level 5 in jumping now. We've done a lot of training with her. I did not even know Roberto was here. That's actually so annoying. If I had known he was here, we're actually gonna go give him a howdy introduction. Now that we know that Ash is like so invested in nectar making, I imagine that he wants to go give him an introduction and is like, look, I could maybe, you know, I have like pretty good charisma. Maybe I could try to like win over Roberto to Ash's side. Also, if you think about it, Ash is still in school. All of you informed me that Roberto really only spawns around the shop like Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Blair got early graduation, so he doesn't attend school anymore. So we're actually gonna give props to him and also brag around our ranch a little bit. And apparently he got a sentiment about us already. Don't ask me how that happened. But I think with realizing that this is more his thing rather than his horses, he actually wants to like sit and talk to Ash. I think he's finally realized that Ash is not his enemy in all of this. The reason I wanted to come over to the park is I want to invite Ash over. I also maybe want to cook up a meal, which isn't gonna be the best, I suspect. I don't think Blair is very good at cooking. Please don't tell me that he's gonna turn us down because we're still technically disliked by the game. I really, really hope that the game sees sense and is like, you know what, Ash has a crush on you, which by the way, Ash would rather not come. Well, that's just a lie. One of you told me to get the control every sim mod, and thank you so much for that suggestion. I genuinely did not even know that that was a mod that was available. So what I can actually do is go on actions and I can choose to control Sim. Obviously, with trying to control both of these boys, I've been having to like add them into my family when I want them to like actually do something and tell the story and like keep it progressing, and then moving them out at the end of the part, which honestly isn't that bad, but I do feel like sometimes it can disrupt. So this mod actually allows you to control a Sim, and then they join your household, but they don't technically like join your household. And then we can actually like bring Ash over here, and then once I am finished, I can just stop controlling him and he'll just like be in his household like as usual, which is so handy. So look, he's like spawned on the lot and we can tell him to go do things. So I'm gonna go tell him to sit down over there, and then we are gonna try and... Oh, come on. Is someone using it? I want to make bison stew. Come on, let me impress my crush. No, lady, please don't steal it. No, get off. Where is he even going? Okay, I think this is working. For some reason, he's like still blocked out, but he is currently here. So I'm just gonna go with the flow. Obviously, we know that he actually has the fear of disappointing his parents. What are they gonna think? Blair will not be able to relax and will have difficulty living up to his parents' expectations. I think that's like less about Joyce and more about like him wanting to follow in his father's footsteps and also like be the man that his father was to like his mum. Like he wants to be respectful, he wants to treat people with kindness and things like that, but he knows that he hasn't really done that, especially with Ash. We're gonna get a little conversation going between the both of them. We are gonna attempt another smooth apology, and then obviously we have these two bronze trophies. He doesn't want to be a bronze trophy hunter. Like he wants to get rid of these. He doesn't want like the bad connotations or the bad like energy surrounding both of these. So he's actually gonna sell them both for 200, and then I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I really want to give him a gift of, I mean, we'll give him like 100 simoleons, because I feel like that's kind of being like, look, you're trying to start your own business. I don't want like the negative energy like surrounding me when it comes to these trophies. I would much rather this money like go towards you and your business. So can you just please take them off me? And I feel like that might be a little bit of guilt on his part, but he's really trying to like be nicer to Ash, and he's trying to like show Ash that he does care, and obviously he kind of understands a lot more where Ash is coming from and like obviously why he entered the competition. He doesn't see Ash as a threat anymore, which is really nice. So we're gonna try and flatter him, and the other reason why he invited Ash over here is because he got really excited and he saw Nectar and he thought of him. So he was like, I really wanted to show you that whilst I was cutting my prairie grass, I found some apple nectar, I found some potato nectar. Ash, you're not hiding your crush well, buddy. Look at the love in his eyes. I still feel as if Blair is kind of just doing this to try to let Ash know that he has been a dick and that he is apologetic about that, but I don't think he's doing it like out of like crush yet or anything. I don't think there's anything romantic. Ash and Blair have settled their differences and are no longer enemies. Hallelujah. Ash, he's smitten. He is so wrapped up in Blair. Are you fecking kidding me? I unfortunately can't... Oh, maybe I can drag these over to Ash. One of them... Oh no, it just like appeared over here. I was like, one of them disappeared, but it did not. And unfortunately, I don't think we can gift this as a gift towards him, which I really wish that we could. I guess we could try and place them in the world and have like Ash collect them. He's like, look, these are like different varieties of nectar. If you want to take them home and like age them, like absolutely feel free. Like I don't really have any use to them. Oh man, it's not gonna work. I really wish that he could just put these in his inventory, but it's okay. We can like give them to him at a future point in time. But I really do think that Ash has kind of like boosted Blair's confidence a little bit. And he's like, look, I know like this is still secret. I know you have the garden and I really appreciate all of that. But I do think that if you're struggling with these competitions, like clearly it's not a you issue. It's not a skill issue. Of course he would say that. He's so in love with the boy. He's like, I'm absolutely going to big him up. Like, I've seen him ride a horse. Remember, he went to the horse competition. He knows that he's a good rider. So he's like, look, I don't think it's you. I genuinely think it's all the pressure that you are putting on yourself to like prove it to your parents that you can be as good as your dad. And I really think you should talk to your mum about that, even though I know I have no room to talk because I'm not trusting my parents with my secret business. So Blair, I think it's about time we actually go home and have a little chat with Joyce. But before we do, I'm going to say don't control Sim when it comes to Ash, and then let's head back home with Thunder. Once again, big thank you to Ultimate Tactician for letting me know that that mod existed. I know it didn't work perfectly, obviously, because they are enemies. Unfortunately, if I had invited him over to the lot and we weren't like negative towards him, then he probably would have just been like, yeah, I'll come, and then I would have been able to control him like fully without it showing that he technically like wasn't there. Ooh, he's come back home with us. Okay, we're gonna actually ask him how the cooking was. He is feeling himself. You know what? He might have bolstered Blair, but I think we also kind of bolstered Ash's confidence a little bit, which is really, really sweet to see. We're gonna try another smooth apology because I feel like it's going really, really well between these. Blair has a major crush on Ash. It's reciprocated. I'm gonna scream. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe this, but nice. They're little like broskies. Apparently it's still an awkward encounter, but that's not the most important thing right now. So we are gonna sit down here and then we're gonna have Joyce also come sit down. She's not even gonna get changed. She is not expecting a deep conversation right now. She's just like, oh, Blair's home. Like, let me go see how his day was, see what he got up to. She is not dressed for the occasion, and Ash is literally just coming in being like, I support you. Supportive BF without Blair even knowing that he's being supportive BF. They have not admitted their crushes to each other. Can I just say that? Oh, stay sat down. Bloody hell. Even when I have control over the Sims, they don't even listen to me. Oh, she realized. She was like, oh, he wants to have a sit down conversation. I definitely need to get changed out of my swimwear. So we actually do have the set expectations with parents. Blair is so stressed he feels paralyzed because of these expectations. Maybe a talk with his parents will help. It'll be a tough conversation, but a much needed one. Click one of your Sims parents and then choose set expectations in the friendly category, which obviously pops up right there, but we're actually gonna try and get at least a little bit friendly right now. We're not gonna ask about woohoo. We aren't gonna ask about any other Sims. Don't really care for any other Sims. We are gonna discuss our horse riding. I feel like that's like a neutral topic. They both like horses. I give up. I truly give up with this game. Oh, he just wanted to hug her. Demand independence? No, we are absolutely not going to do that. He's like, maybe this will go better if we, like, sit together. We will complain about the heat today. It was very, very warm. It was basically a heat wave. And then we are going to try and set expectations. I feel like I need to take the light out from here. It is absolutely wild. Oh, she's like, breathe. Like, why have you kept this all wrapped up? Like, oh, same girlie. I hate wet socks. Oh, imagine having like a deep conversation like that with your teenager with wet socks on. I would be screaming. Blair has taken his first step towards improving his relationship with his parents. There might be more time needed to set expectations before Blair and his parents are on the same page. See, Joyce isn't a bad parent. We're actually gonna have her. What's she feeling uncomfortable about? She drank pool water. That's what the sock was. Complain about drinking pool. We're gonna try and make him laugh. She's gonna be like, well, you should have heard how my day was, darling. I fucking swallowed a whole load of chlorine. Right, can we actually be affectionate? We're gonna like hug him affectionately. And then I also want to give him a family kiss because I want him to feel like he can come to her. Like, yeah, she might not be the most maternal or like at least like outwardly maternal sim ever, but I definitely think like Blair is harsh on her. Like, I think she's more maternal and like definitely more protective than he thinks she is, and it just makes me feel bad. Look, he's like, oh, I actually feel way better about that. We're gonna share a secret. We're gonna be like, look, when I was a teenager, I also felt like I had to be perfect, and I kind of still feel it sometimes in my day-to-day life, like as a fully grown adult. So if you ever feel like you need to talk to me about things, I can probably relate to it in some way. I know it's 10 p.m., but you don't have school tomorrow, so how about we order ourselves a pizza? We just get a cheeky little takeaway. I will order a delivery right now. Ooh, we could go for like a poke bowl each. That could be quite good. Kaylin should definitely be asleep. Hello, go get into your bed. I like how she didn't even invite Luke. She knows that he isn't the biggest fan of Luke, so honestly, she doesn't even like attempt to have them like get along with each other. She's just like, Luke's got his own interests, and you know what? Blair definitely isn't one of those interests, so I'm not gonna force either one of them, especially my son, to chat with him and like spend time with him and like sit down for family dinners, because I just know that would not work out for anyone, and I don't want to put that additional pressure on Blair when he already feels so much. We're gonna grumble about working out. She's like, how can you do all of those horse competitions and not get tired? He's like, Mum, I've literally been training for this my entire life. Of course I don't get tired out. Well, that probably stings a little bit after getting bronze. Ugh, try for baby with Luke? I don't think I want that. Maybe I do want to pin it. I feel like she probably would want a third kid, you know? Nice. All right, let's unload that delivery bag. He is absolutely knackered, but she's like, you're not going to sleep before we have a good meal together. Figure out differences? Yes. Oh my god, I don't even realize we had differences, but yeah, absolutely. Joyce is truly just out here being an absolute angel. I love this woman so much. Like, I fancy her, but also I would call her mummy at any given opportunity. Compliment her appearance. We're gonna be like, that new dress, Mum? It looks great. Definitely not a new dress. She has worn this so frequently. He's still just in his, you know what, go take a feckin' ice bath or something and go to sleep. Oop, Ash is off. Ash, hanging around till 12 a.m. Why is that so sweet? He kind of just like hung around in the background, like took himself off. I truly forgot that he was there just to like see how the conversation went. Why is he enraged now? Oh, it's just because of his inexplicable rage. That's his fear of being judged, which is figuring out the differences, which one of those we absolutely will do with Ash. Are you fecking kidding me? Sounds like the perfect opportunity, but I feel like this is the first time in a long while where he can go to sleep without overthinking things, which makes me so happy for this little lad. Shut up, Luke. Sorry, I just heard him singing. When I hear an irritating, grating sound... Ooh, she's napping on the sofa. She doesn't even want to be in the same bed as Luke. Nah, get up there. You want to have another baby with him. I know your secrets. Can't be having secrets with me around. Oh shoot, did we look after the garden? 7 a.m. hopping out of bed in the morning. Gotta wake up, get up in my minute. Gotta look after my crush's garden because I want to impress him. Let's harvest everything. You know you're down bad for someone when you come to their secret little garden to look after their plants in your little tighty whitey boxer shorts. How are you gonna tell me that you're not in love with Ash? We luckily don't need to water anything. He even dislikes the gardening skill. Like, he doesn't even like doing this, but he knows for Ash, he wants to do it. Why did that remind me so much of The Sims 2, like that crying? But really quickly, I'm hoping we can head round to his house just before he goes off to school. I want to see if we can put our things in their box. That is not an innuendo, by the way. I just meant drop the fruits off in his little box so he has more things to work with when it comes to his experimentational nectar. Thank you very much. Get your mind out of the gutter. Probably won't work because it's not my own box and therefore I can't technically be in control of it, but we kind of know that he's like, right, I'll just like leave it here for you. I feel after the grounding and sort of because of this box, Ash has been like, don't worry about the grapes, Dad. Like, I'll wake up every morning and I'll go like water them. I wonder if there's a mod that allows you to like drag stuff into here. Or what if I big brain it and then whilst he's already on the property, I then go play as Ash? Because one of you guys, it was Anska, actually suggested a name for like the sister branch of Ash's company. Like, obviously we have Briscoe Brews, but I wanted a sort of like spin-off name and you recommended Secret Garden Nectar, which I personally am absolutely obsessed with. I guess maybe because we are just a teenager though, we can find a job, but we can't list ourselves as like self-employed like our parents can. So I think once he ages up, I think Secret Garden Nectar is such a good brand name. This is genuinely so annoying, but because like we still don't like technically own this item, we still can't put them in our inventory. I really wish you would just stop like crying like that random. That sounds really harsh for me to say, but it's interrupting like loads of the actions that I want him to do. Like, just from a gameplay perspective, it's very annoying. Not that I don't care about my Sims' emotions. Oh, stop it. Get gone. We're not gonna go to school just yet because we are gonna ask him how his night was, and then we're gonna discuss his uncomfortable mood a little bit as well. And then we can't drag them over. I'm trying everything. I'm really trying to make these storylines work. I think we're just gonna have to like start aging them ourselves and then like pretend when we sell them off, maybe just give like Ash the money. I feel like that's the best way to honestly get around it. These two have a little partnership going. Truly howdy partners in all senses of the word. Right, you actually do need to go to school because Blair's gonna be like, go to school. I don't want to get you in trouble. Like, you do not need to be in any more trouble. You probably shouldn't go into the house, dude, because his parents aren't like a massive fan of you. So why don't you just go play horseshoes whilst I do my spiel to wrap it up? They are basically business partners at this point. I mean, you wouldn't have Secret Garden Nectar without a secret crush growing in their own secret garden. Tell me that they're not non-relationship but secretly crushing on each other and it's requited. But neither one of them feels like it's enough to admit their feelings just yet. Goals without telling me that they're not those goals. Honestly, with that, I just confused myself. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm sorry that I'm like trying to figure out like ways to like tell the story in a sense of like game restrictions and then also doing what I want them to do, you know? Like, that's all just like experimentation. I obviously haven't really played a Let's Play in this in a very long time where we're sort of playing two families at the same time and like intertwining their stories, but I honestly am really enjoying it. I know it's a lot of like pause and play and like testing what works and what doesn't, but I don't think that like I feel too restricted that I'm not enjoying this. Like, I am still absolutely loving these two. I think they are so fucking cute. Yes, they still have a lot to figure out. They still have a lot to talk about with one another, but I am gonna wrap it up here. We're gonna save some of that for the next part. Is he having a little breakout because of his stress? Blair woke up to even worse acne. At this rate, his face is going to become a landscape of pus and pockets. Dude, you are stress-free, my guy. You just spoke to your mum. You literally face your fears. I'm so damn proud of you. He looks a little bit proud of himself as well. Like, that's the first time I've really seen Blair be like, yeah, you know what? Like, I'm doing okay. Like, I'm still not doing as best as I want to be doing, but I feel comfortable with where I'm at right now. Like, I'm going after my goals. I'm chasing them down. I also really like a boy who's going after his own goals, and I feel like we could potentially be good for each other, even though we didn't start off that great for each other. I appreciate you all so much, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye now.